And on top of all of that, many, if not most of them, are racist. Can't get around it. I tried to get around it because, believe it or not, I'm a strange cat. I am the kind of guy who really does not like to run around talking about race. Seriously. I think there's so many other important and interesting things going on in the world that the last thing I want to do is focus on pigmentation, focus on the color of your skin, your nationality, your tribe. I really don't have time for it. I don't. Because I've got so many friends. And when I say friends, remember, I'm not talking about people I work with on the job. I'm talking about folk who've been to my house. I'm talking about people who have gone to the funerals of my loved ones. I've got so many friends who are white and Hispanic. And when we get together, we rarely ever talk about racism. And to be quite frank with you, perhaps we should do so more often because it elucidates the issue in this country. And it will give all of us a better understanding of each other. But when I'm with my friends, we're just doing what friends do. We just hang out. We just talk. We just, we already know that we come from we see things from different perspectives. We already know that our perspectives and our paradigms are different. And we take that into consideration and we celebrate that. We don't tolerate it. We applaud that. We believe that is what sort of makes our relationships and friendships even stronger. The fact that salt doesn't look like pepper and salt does not taste like pepper and vice versa. And salt goes well with pepper. Well, my white friends don't look like me. And in some instances, they don't think like me. And in some instances, they don't behave, if you will, like me. And in some instances, we have some differences. For instance, we dance differently. Sometimes we don't even enjoy the same kinds of music all the time. But what we do is we find the things that we share in common and we capitalize on those things. And we use those things to bring us together. And I will sample, I call it. I'll sample, let me try some of this music. Let me try some of that food. And they'll do the same thing. Let me listen to that to see if I like it. Let me taste that to see if I like it. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you're rained out. There have been some times I've said, no, I don't know how y'all white folks eat this stuff here. And there have been some times that they've said to me, man, how do y'all, eat this? But there's also been some times when I've said, Lord, what have I been missing? And when they've said the same thing, Lord, this tastes good. Who taught your mom how to cook, etc., so forth and so on. So perhaps we need to discuss race and racial issues more in this country. But I do want you to understand, I digress, that the Republican Party as we know it is racist. Period. Period. They don't embrace Mexicans. They don't seek out African Americans. And for the last 10 years or so, or 12, they've been talking about the fact that they need to embrace blacks and Mexicans. And that's all they've done is talk about it and continue right along the same vein, doing the same bull crap that they've been doing all along. And so what I'm saying to you is they don't deserve your vote. Period. If you're black, you have no business voting for this Republican Party. If you're Hispanic, you have no business. And don't hit me with everybody's got a right to be different. Don't hit me with we don't all have to vote the same way. Don't hit me with any of that. That won't work. Not this time. That works when you're saying, Colin Powell is Republican. He's running for president. I like his platform better than I do Bernie Sanders. That would work in something like that. And saying all of us don't have to vote for Bernie just because he's a Democrat. All blacks don't need to be Democrat. That would work in a situation like that. But when it comes to whether you vote for the Klan or you vote for someone else, if you're black or you're Hispanic, you have no right to be voting for racists, period. You have to have a vested interest in the folk you vote for. And the folk you vote for had better have a vested interest in you. Otherwise, why are you voting for them? I want you to do something for me. If you want my vote, I want you to do something for me. Cut my taxes. Give me a better job. Give me better housing. Do something. Make my community safer, make my country safer. Give me something. Because what have you done for me lately? I don't need you if you're not going to help me. And so it's time for these white brothers and sisters who are packing out these Trump rallies, and I'm hearing that sometimes they're not really packing them out. The press just embellishes to help that storyline and keep the money rolling in from the ratings. But who are going to these events, you need to ask yourself, what has Donald done for you? What has he done for you? Okay, he's expressed your anger. He's cussed. He's shown what a buffoon he is. He's shown that he can't spell. He's shown that he's not half as intelligent as most of us thought he was. He's done that. I will give you that. But what has he done to better your community? What has he done to enhance or better your circumstances? I mean, what have you done for me lately? That's what I want to know. What have you done for me lately? What has this maniacal buffoon with the fake hair, what has he done for you? Ladies and gentlemen, what has he done for you? I don't care what color you are. The white people who are going to his events, most of them are poor and lower middle class. He's done nothing for them. And he would do nothing for them. And he will do nothing for them because they mean nothing to him. They're under his feet. He looks down on them. And they say you get what your hand calls for. They deserve to be screwed if they go out and vote for this clown. And the GOP is actually a clown car this year. There have been times I've strongly considered voting Republican. There have been times I've said to myself, wait a minute, man, if this guy runs as a Republican, I'd have to vote for him. Or if this guy was in my district, I would be voting for him because this guy's speaking my language. This guy is music to my ears. This guy, I like his platform. But this Republican Party, I see no redeeming social values. I see nothing that they're doing that is going to benefit people who look like me. Even the ones of us who have a couple of dollars. Even the ones of us who are not indigent. He has done nothing to help us. And he will do nothing to help us. Look at the platform. That's all I have for you. Don't listen to the rhetoric. Don't listen to the bull crap. Don't listen to the games. Don't believe the hype. Look at his track record. Look at how he's voted when he did vote. And look at the statements he's made regarding taxes and the cuts he wants to give. And then ask yourself from a clinical and detached approach, I want you to look at this. And when you look at that, if you're honest with yourself, you'll remember Donald's not your man. As an aside, I digress. He's also a child molester. Period. That I know for a fact. He is a pedophile. Donald is a pedophile. And he needs to be locked up, and they should throw away the key. There's a special place in hell for guys like Donald, and it needs to be locked up. Sherman D. Manning. Get my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get my book, Creating Monsters, also. Take a look at Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Tell others about this podcast. And please take a look at Jackie and me in my computer class on Facebook today under Sherman D. Manning. Hey, keep hope alive.